What's up, guys? These fragrances that I want to talk about today leave some of the sexiest scent trails. In other words, they have great sillage. Let's talk about it. What's going on, YouTube? I am the Bowtie Fragrance Guy, and I cover fashion on this channel. And primarily, I talk about fragrances. So if you're into smelling good and looking great, I think you found the right channel. So make sure you hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon as well. So that way, anytime a new video is uploaded on this channel, you'll be one of the first people to get notified. So guys, you see the title of today's video, Sexy Sillage, S&S. I like to call it S&S, man. Some of the sexiest scent trails, fragrances that leave the sexiest scent trails that I have in my collection. Each of these fragrances that I'm going to talk about today, I distinctly remember scenarios and situations where either somebody walked past me and I could hear commentary like, "Ooh, he smelled really good," when I walked by, or instances where somebody has actually circled back around and say, "Wow, what is that you're wearing?" When I walked past you, I smelled it. Wanted to come back and ask what you were wearing. It smells really good. So very distinct, specific situations I remember with each of the fragrances that I'm going to talk about today, where the sillage of the fragrance has made them stop in their tracks and come back, or either I've heard them talk about how good I smelled once they walked by. So we're going to get into that today, man. Sexy sillage, sexy scent trails, these fragrances that I'm going to talk about today. So if you want to see what's on the list, you know the routine, keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. We're going to jump right into the video, man. This first fragrance that I want to talk about is one that I have mentioned several times on the channel before. I think this was released in 2020. In my humble opinion, it has not gotten the attention that it has deserved, because this is a really, really great fragrance that I think if more people got their nose on this, most people are going to like this scent DNA. It's from the brand of Givenchy, and this is Trouble-Fête. And here's a bottle of Trouble-Fête. Now, this fragrance is primarily a fig, sesame, and orbitrum fragrance. I love fig. Creamy, kind of sweet. And I talk about the sesame note. Really finding that I really love sesame and gourmand fragrances. I've described it before as like a nutty nuance, but I've seen it described as more like bread-like. So almost like, it's hard to describe, but when bread is kind of baking, it's kind of a gourmand element that it gives to fragrances. I'll put it that way. And this fragrance is absolutely dynamite. I think that fig sesame combination works really well in fragrances. And like I said, distinctly remember wearing this fragrance, walking by, and hearing commentary about how good I smelled once that sillage hit them right there in the nostrils, man. This is one that is really, really good. Again, it's really a fragrance, in my humble opinion, that can be worn anytime, any place, anywhere. Definitely a signature scent kind of fragrance. More you guys need to get your nose on this. So check it out from the brand of Givenchy. This is called Trouble-Fête. Now, when you talk about sillage, this fragrance, in my experience, has done this several times, where I've had somebody walk past and circle back around to ask what I was wearing. It's a popular fragrance, but it gets the job done in this category for me. From the brand of Chanel, this is Allure Hommesporteauextreme. And of course, this is orange, mint, tonka, and sandalwood. This is so good. This is so good. I almost want to say underrated, just because not as many people talk about this fragrance anymore, but doesn't matter. This is a really, really great, versatile, mass appealing fragrance, and it works. It's a very inviting scent DNA. I love that mandarin orange opening, then you get that hint of the mint in here. Sandalwood, of course, makes it kind of creamy, and then, of course, the sweetness on the dry down from tonka. This is just a dynamite fragrance. I wore this about 2 weeks ago and was reminded of how good this is. But definitely has worked for me in the sillage or scent trail category. Love this stuff from the brand of Chanel. If you don't have a bottle of this yet, what are you waiting for? Get your nose on it. It's from, again, Chanel, and this is Allure Homme Extreme. All right, guys, this next fragrance is also from the brand of Chanel, but it's from the less exclusive collection, and this is called 1957. 1957. This thing is dynamite, man. Aldehydes, musk, honey, orris, and vanilla. Oh, this is so good. Aldehydes, really clean, a little bit powdery, a little bit sweet, and that honey is what adds that kind of mysterious, almost seductive quality to this fragrance. I remember wearing it the first time I wore it, and several people came back by my office. They walked by and said, wow, I can smell this all the way out here. It smells great. What is it? You know, so definitely one of those fragrances that is just very inviting. It's really hard to describe how good this is unless you put your nose on it. But another one that just is kind of universally good, honestly. You need to get your nose on this. A lot of these fragrances from this less exclusive line of Chanel is really, really good. They all kind of have a similar vibe to them. They don't smell alike, but they all have a very similar vibe, kind of this DNA of a lot of these Chanel exclusive fragrances, but they're very well done. So check this one out if you're looking for something really good and versatile that gets attention. Again, this one is called 1957. All right, this next fragrance has really grown in popularity. It had a lot of hype when it first came out, and for good reason, from the brand of BDK Parfums, a scent sillage monster. This is called Gris Charnel. Gris Charnel. This is fig, tea, iris, sandalwood, and tonka bean, some of the main notes, but really the fig and the tea and sandalwood is really the main notes, especially that sandalwood is just a standout. All right, I've been noticing fragrances that kind of fit this similar profile, because there's another fragrance on this list that really prominently features the note of sandalwood as well. Very soft, woody note, very, very, very inviting, very comforting as well. Definitely great when you talk about sillage. Catches a lot of people's attention when I've worn this fragrance, so it had to be on this list. Again, you guys need to check this one out for real. This brand has a lot of great fragrances, and this is just one of them. Again, from BDK Parfums. Check this one out, guys. This is Gris Charnel. All right, guys. Now, this next fragrance is one I've ranted and raved about on this channel. If you love clean, fresh, aldehydic fragrances, this is the best in class. It is from the brand of Xerjoff, and this is Pikovaya Dama. Pikovaya Dama. Aldehydes, neroli, iris, musk. And a little bit of patchouli when it dries down, just to give it a little bit of a base and a grounding. But the florals in here, the neroli, the iris, especially, of course, the aldehydes, is really what this fragrance is all about. This fragrance right here gets so much attention when I wear it because it is so freaking alluring. Guys, you really gotta, I know some guys aren't into those fresh, clean, aldehydic fragrances with a floral presence, but trust me when I tell you, just put it on your skin, you'll see what I'm talking about. Definitely a sillage monster, in my humble opinion, from the brand of Xerjoff. Check this one out, guys. Get a sample of it at least. This is called Pikovaya Dama. And just a few moments ago, I talked about another sandalwood dominant fragrance that was on this list. This is probably the king of sandalwood fragrances. This is Santal 33. Santal 33, I know this is a very popular scent, but guys, when you talk about a sillage that is crazy, it is this fragrance. Look, it is a performance beast, all right? Primarily, of course, you're gonna get sandalwood, all right? But there's also a very heavy presence of cedar wood and a slight leathery nuance to this fragrance as well. But it is absolutely dynamite, guys. If you never got your nose on Santal 33, if you like sandalwood fragrances, you gotta check this one out. This is the king of sandalwood. Check it out from the brand of Labo. This is Santal 33. And last but not least on the list today, guys, you talk about something that is just masculine and classically good. This is so underrated in my humble opinion. From the brand of Maison Kurkdjian, definitely a great sillage monster for me. This is called Masculine Pluriel. Masculine Pluriel. This is lavender, vetiver, patchouli. Just to name a few notes, man, but primarily it's lavender. It's kind of like a fougere, but it's like a modern fougere. This is so good, guys, when you're dressed up. Trust and believe me, if you never put your nose on masculine pluriel, you are doing yourself a great disservice. This is one that you really got to check out, especially, again, if you like those more traditional kind of smelling fragrances, of course, fougères, barbershop kind of scents. This is one you got to check your nose out, get your nose on, because this is simply one of those fragrances that every time I wear it, I find myself coming back to my hand because I just want to take it in all day long. That's how good this fragrance is, man. I've gotten so many compliments from wearing this fragrance because this pairs well with a suit. So check it out. This is from the brand of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Again, this is masculine pluriel. But that is all I have for you guys today. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do. And I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you are sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darian. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.